Everyone in the world needs to work from home or at least by themselves sometimes, whether it's for an actual job or for school or maybe entire classes like I am right now. While working at home, it is really easy to get distracted, go off on your own way, do things that do not correlate with your work at all. You'll get lost for hours and hours on end. Without proper tools and a proper space, how can a person expect to work well? Anything at all out of place in any way can ruin an entire day's work completely. Everything is gone. There are a lot of things you can do, however, to make your home office a lot more functional, easy to use, easy to navigate, and less distracting. And because everyone, including me, especially me, has a lot of trouble keeping self-motivated at times and being productive, I'm going to tell you some tips and tricks. Keeping on task is by far the hardest part of being your own boss. The best thing you can do is set a daily schedule and stick to it as close as you can. Some minute details being off are always okay, but the closer you can stick to this, the better of a rhythm you can get in, the easier your day is going to be. Put a number of short, but not super short, breaks in your day. That way, you don't get headaches, you don't get tired of your work, and then you're more focused for the remainder of the day. Make sure you wear clothes that are comfortable to help you keep happy, but don't wear something that you wouldn't wear to work normally. Like me right now, I have a comfortable shirt and comfortable pants on, but they're not something that I would be embarrassed to go out in public in. The biggest part of staying on task is knowing where your things are, however. Keeping all of your things in order and very easy to find is important while working from home. You're going to need a large number of things, from scissors to whiteout to markers, and if you don't have them, you could spend a long time looking for them, and then you lose a whole bunch of time you're not going to get back. Keeping them in things like baskets and boxes makes it way easier. You can have these lying around the house. They can even be boxes and baskets that are used or from products that you bought online. Keep things you don't need away from your direct workspace, as they can cause distractions. And just like physical items, keep computer files especially and online documents named and in order, or you will lose them forever and never find them again. All of the notes you take for your online classes could be gone in a second if you don't remember to name them and put them in your own folders. Speaking of things in your workspace, not having items in your way does not mean not having them at all. If your workspace is cluttered, then you're not going to work well. But if your workplace is bland and it has no color, how can you expect to work at all? You'll be depressed, you'll be sad. You need to work in an environment that makes you happy. So things like posters, things like wall decor, they can make your life a lot better. For me, my brother and I like to hang up old car rims around the room, along with posters. This is one of my personal favorites. Having things that you enjoy around you makes your work a lot easier. You just have to keep them out of your way. Things that are static in the room at all times as well. Comfortable chairs, but not too comfortable. You'll get distracted, you could fall asleep, or you'll be too comfortable to work well. Things like globes, books, nice tables, which you can't see, but it's where the computer is sitting. They make a workspace much more tolerable if you feel okay with everything around you. Working from home is really hard and it's really stressful. So everything at all that you can do to alleviate the stress, you have to do. If you are sleeping or eating in the same room that you work, you are going to lose sleep, you are going to feel sick. Those need to be in other locations as well. Otherwise, you will get overstressed. Organization is key, both in the physical world and on your work machine. Life as your own manager, boss, employee, and everything in between is really difficult. But you have to strive to do everything you can. Strive to be strong and strive to stay on task. Getting off task for what feels like seconds, it could end up being hours, and then your entire day or even your entire week is set behind schedule. So if you're put in a situation like this, where you're working on your own for a long time, make sure you have a nice workspace, you keep it separate from your home life, and you do everything you can to be strong and to be happy.